All right, so welcome people to MG Sports TV. Just a quick video. We're going to discuss Mona. Very important game for Mona coming up today. I have a couple games to go, so I'm going to probably touch upon some of the games them individually. individually. Mona I first talking topic, and the reason why Mona I first talking topic is because I do think that this group setup, they are the teams that both them and Catching are the teams that desperately need to get a win out of the way. But as I said, I'm going to speak about the other teams, but definitely going to touch on this Mona versus Catching game independently. I wanted to do it last time, but I couldn't do it on the live show, so I am doing it now. But before I get into the details, please, people, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and most definitely hit the subscribe button, which is very important. If you don't do that, hit the like button. We just appreciate it if you do so. Anyway, let's get to the meat of the matter. All right, so Mona apparently is in a, I would say more likely a sticky situation. Let me tell you why. Mainly because the game it's two teams playing, Mona versus Catching. And the reason why I'm zooming a little bit more on Mona, has a lot to do with the games that are coming up. Now, many may say that they're okay. Many may say that they're still going to go through. I do think that they have the quality to go through, but in the same sense, you have to go on the day and deliver. You have to go on match day and play some ball. All right, so from the start of the season, they have been untouchable. So in the start of the season, 8 games played, first round, 8 wins, a score 37 goals in total, still and conceded 4 goals. No, people might say, why? That's a small amount of goals to concede. Actually, in the nature of the group, they conceded 4 goals. Unfortunately, the only one of those goals was actually from one of the top teams, which is Catching. Because Catching was actually in their group, and they're going to play Catching again. So, see, it's correlating now. You see how it correlates now. Now, secondly, I think they beat Catching 2-1 at their home. Yeah, they beat Catching 2-1 at their home, and then they beat Catching 2-0 away from home. So that's technically 4 goals, 4-1, an aggregate where both clashes are concerned. But this is now a one-half game, one-half basis. Big reputation on the line here. Big stake on the line here, I have to say. But definitely, in the second round, they played 2 games. Jonathan Grant also scored on them. So that's what I'm telling people. It's a bit worrying where it's concerned, where they're conceding goals. That's in the second round. They played Jonathan Grant twice. They scored 10 goals, conceded 1. I think it's 1 goal. They beat Jonathan Grant 6-1 and beat Jonathan Grant 4-0. Then the second leg and into the quarterfinals, they played against Kingston College. Now, many going to that game would say that they were the better team than Kingston College. And many might even say that even in that game, they should have won the game versus Kingston College. But could have been this all. That's not how football is. You have to go out there and deliver. Very crucial that you go out there and deliver. Now, technically out of the group where strength is concerned, maybe KC would have been a little bit down the pecking order, but they are showing a lot of fighting spirit. In all aspects, this KC game should have been a game that Mona secured 3 points, and now going to this Catching game, they are maybe in a bit more comfortable position. Maybe even a draw in this game would have maybe made them advance or take them further. The problematic aspect of that is they played KC first, then they're going to play against a fierce rival, not technically rival, but a fierce team in Catching, and then after that, they are going to face Stats. That's the reason why I zoom in on Mona, because they are on 1 point. Let me just bring up the table so you guys can see what I'm here discussing. I'm gonna just chat up my mouth. So this is what the table looks like, people. As you can see, where points is concerned, they are on 1 point ahead of Catching. Kingston College is also on 1 point. Now look at this aspect now, people. If they don't get a result from Catching, it means that they will be stuck. Say the game draw. They're going to go on 2 points. Put up here. Even if Stats beat Kingston College, Kingston College is going to go in third position. Lying in wait to play St. Catherine. The final game, you find out that Stats will be already on 6 points. Quite comfortable advancing. Quite comfortable advancing. 6 points. It means that Mona will be on 2 points. Casey will remain on 1 point. And Catherine will be on 1 point also. So, the game between Stats and Mona will be the deciding future for Mona in the Manning Cup. Very, very important. That's the reason why it's so important that they get all 3 points today. A draw today, minimize say it's good enough. I don't think it's good enough. You don't want to get a draw today. Going into the game versus Stats, heavily required a win. That is a dangerous position to be in. Not saying that they can't do it. I'm just saying that it is a dangerous position to be in. You don't want to go up against one of the title one of the finalists, or season favorites also, title challengers, finalists, season favorites, in a desperate position, needing a win. That's the reason why I zoom in this morning on Mona. Today's game is very, very crucial that they get the win. Now, they're going up against a very strong St. Catherine team, defensive, resilient. Now, the positive that they have at hand right now is that this season, they would have already defeated St. Catherine twice. Twice they would have already defeated St. Catherine. Now, does that put them in a good position that they can do it the third time? Or is it the third time is the lucky charm for St. Catherine? This is the reason why I zoom in so much on this particular game. As I said, people, I'm going to touch on the other games. JC, very, very crucial game coming for JC as well. I do think that JC has more quality to get over Tivoli, but we will see. An STGC versus Idle, because that one is going to be quite interesting. Nevertheless, the Mona game now is where I zoom in a bit just to have a look, just to show you guys the context of what is at stake right now. And importance of a must-win game today for Mona. You don't want to go into the Stats game and that being the must-win game. Because if you're going in that game as the must-win game and Stats say, you know what, we're going to take a draw. That's it. They're done. They're done. Yes, it's not Stats' decision to make. It's how Mona would come out and play. But that will definitely be a far harder game than it is to play against St. Catherine. A far, far harder game than it is to play against St. Catherine. And if you don't get a result here from St. Catherine, the question now lies, how difficult would it be to get a result from the Stats game? Big up on yourself, people. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Tell us what you think. Do you think that Mona will get the job done today over St. Catherine? Or do you think that St. Catherine will make the third time their lucky charm and defeat Mona on this day? Mona do have a lot of quality, so I expect them to go out there and show themselves, but I also believe that St. Catherine has just as equal amount of quality, so I expect this game to be a very, very good game. A cracker, I would refer to it. So, Craig Butler versus Anthony Patrick. Craig Butler versus Anthony Patrick. Another fierce fierce game coming up in the quarterfinals of the Manning Cup. Tell us what you think, people. Tell us in the comment section. Please do hit the like button if you're here for the first time. And I'll see you guys again. Big up yourself. MG Sports TV. We're out. Big times. As I said, people. Hashtag Big Boys Time. We're out.